Hey guys, Hella Bella, and I want to walk you through exactly what you need to do if you want to get prescribed Ozempic by a telehealth provider. This is how I have accessed my medication for the last 2 years. I have a wonderful website that I partner with that I use to get my medicine, and I feel like it's the most affordable and the easiest option. You cannot get Ozempic and Mounjaro without a prescription. That goes for the compounded version as well. If you're familiar with compounded medicine, basically it is a way for the FDA to say that other pharmacies can produce the active ingredients in Ozempic and Mounjaro as long as they compound it with something. So what Fridays does is they partner with these compounding pharmacies. They have physicians that are able to see you, prescribe the medicine, and then they send your prescription to that pharmacy, and then your pharmacy will ship that medication to your house. All of this happens within maybe a week to 2 weeks. So from the minute that you're watching the video, you could have the medication in your hands as soon as a week to 2 weeks from now, and you could go ahead and start your journey with being on a GLP-1. You have some parameters that you need to fill out: your height, your weight, any pre-existing conditions. There are some things that, like if you've had certain conditions like cancer or some things, they're not going to treat you. So just be aware of that. There are some limitations to getting medicine through telehealth, but for the most part, if you are overweight or obese or morbidly obese like I was, then there's a good chance that you're going to be able to access the medication. They do require labs, which are included in the amount that you pay, which is amazing. You do not have to get the labs before you get the medicine, so that's not going to hold you up. You can get the medicine and then get the labs before your next appointment. They want to see you typically every 3 to 4 weeks, just depending on when you can get in. They want to make sure that the medicine is working for you. You get to see your physician, talk to them, and ask some questions. And so I feel like that's a really good perk of being with Fridays, is just having that access to them. So the pricing structure is $249 a month for Ozempic, which is compounded semaglutide, and then it is $359 a month for Mounjaro, which is compounded tirzepatide. So with the compounds, they are going to be shipped from a compounding pharmacy straight to your door. You're going to be shipped a little kit like this. It's going to have the medicine, and it's going to have the needles, and it's going to have alcohol wipes. So you're in charge of administering your medication. So what that means is that you have to read the instructions and see how much medicine do I need to draw up here. So it'll typically tell you, and that depends on how much you're getting, but like for me, I would need to draw up the full amount to get my full dose and then inject that into my stomach. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, I can't inject myself. I'm telling you now, as a person who was afraid, you can 100% do it. It's not a huge deal. If you're afraid to start, I would recommend getting someone in your family to do it for you. Maybe after they do it and they do it for you and you see that it's not so bad, you could start doing it for yourself. So that is one thing that you need to know, is that is part of it. If you have brand name Ozempic, you also have to, do the jab. So just be aware of that. You will administer it once a week on the same day. So they do have some options to save money as well if you want to buy a 3 months at a time plan. And it's also, economical to do that. If you have the money up front, you're going to pay less in the long run. Let me show you how to actually get the prescription. So you're going to go to the description in this video or the comments in this video, and you're going to click on my link tree. My link tree is going to take you to a page of all of my links, and you're going to click the first one that says Fridays $100 off with code Bella. You'll click that, you'll copy my code, and then you will go to the quiz. This quiz is going to get you started. So this basically is something that gets all of your information to Fridays. You just put in, if you're 5'6", you put in 5 feet 6 inches, and then you put in your weight, and that's going to tell you your BMI. So your BMI, it kind of is an indicator of how overweight you are. If you're overweight, obese, morbidly obese, the categories. So after that, you'll be prompted to answer those questions, and then there will be a payment screen. You're going to get $100 off through March if you use code Bella. This is going through March 2025, so if you're seeing the video after this, it might not be the same, but you can still try to use code Bella. There will likely be some form of a discount, but $100 off is what is on the line for March of 2025. So with that discount, you're going to be able to get started on Ozempic or compounded semaglutide for $149. And that is just a great deal in terms of being able to be accessible, affordable, not having to go to a doctor's office and sit and wait. It is very fast, very easy. And so let's go through some frequently asked questions. So, do the compounds work the same as the brand name? I'm here to say yes, they 100% do. I've been on both versions. I've been on the compounded version and I've been on the brand name Ozempic, and I cannot tell any difference. So they do work the same. They're the same active ingredient. Are there any other costs that are not shown? No, there are no hidden costs. You're not going to get charged with anything that you're not expecting to get charged with. They're extremely transparent about pricing at Fridays, and I really value that because sometimes you just don't really read the fine print and all of a sudden you're getting these charges that you didn't even know about. That is not the case here. It is what it is. It says $249 a month. That's what you're going to pay. You can also use your HSA or your FSA to pay for the meds. If you're putting money in those and your insurance won't cover Ozempic and you're like, well, I mean, I guess I'm paying out of pocket, you can at least use that money towards your medication. So that is really good for those of us who are putting money into those HSA accounts. So pretty much every month you're going to have a consult. You do not have to have a video consult. You can just simply fill out all the forms. If you have questions, you will have a video consult because they are not going to like message back and forth with you. They're just probably going to schedule that video consult. But the doctors are all super nice. Some of them are doctors, some of them are nurse practitioners, and they're all really just like on board with obesity management. And obesity is a chronic illness, so unless we treat it as such, it's really going to continue for most people. It's not something that goes away. It typically follows you. I know that I have grandparents who have diabetes. My grandmother died from diabetes related concerns, and I'm just terrified that if I don't do something and make sure that my body is in good condition, that I'm going to suffer the same fate. So if you've been wanting to start Ozempic or Mounjaro, this is your sign to go ahead and do so. You can click through everything in the description below. Use code BELLA to get $100 off. I will be here to answer your questions. If there's something that you're just wondering about or not sure about, I will walk you through it. I've also got a lot of videos about how to inject yourself, some of the things that I do to combat nausea, some of the ways that I make it work for me in terms of like my eating, the structure that I use. And also you can go back and see like from the very first month that I was on Ozempic, I think even the first week I was on it, I've documented this entire process so that you guys could see what it looks like from my perspective. Honestly, I don't think that anything else would have worked for me because I had tried everything else. There wasn't a single thing that I hadn't tried: a diet, calorie counting, working out obsessively. And until I got on Ozempic, the person in my brain was like, you need to eat, you need to eat all the time. And so Ozempic basically just turns that switch off. I don't know how to say it any more clear than that. If you want to eat constantly, there's a good chance that this medication could definitely make your life easier. I will leave you with that. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. I will catch you guys in the next video. Just wanted to concisely explain how I get my meds 2025 and how you can as well. Take care, guys.